In this video, I'm going to tell you about how the map of consciousness came into my life and how it changed my life. So basically, I just googled what is my vibrational level on Google, and a quiz came up with the name of Aaron Doughty, and then soon I figured out this channel on YouTube called Aaron Doughty. Okay, so he in his video was talking about this map of consciousness, and he told about a book called Power versus Force. So I thought this book seems to be quite interesting, so I bought it in Kindle and started reading this book called Power versus Force. But in the starting of like 50 pages of this book, this was too scientific and related to physics and all the stuff, and I couldn't understand anything. But after that, when the book started that a normal human being can understand, then I could understand it, and then I read that book and it had this map of consciousness. So after reading that book, I was just fascinated about this author David R. Hawkins. So then I found out another book just called The Map of Consciousness Explained. Okay, then I started reading that book, and then I understood every single level of emotion and vibration, like 20, shame, 30, 40, 50, like all these: anger, frustration, irritation. Then above 200 there is positivity, courage. Then there is reason and logic at 400. Then your right brain starts working above 400. There is love, there is peace, then there is enlightenment, and at 780 I think there is appreciation. At 900 there is gratitude and freedom, and at 1000 it is God. So I just realized that all my emotions, like 80% of my emotions, are negative, and I was like, oh my god, I really need to fix this. Then what happened is, after completing this book, I thought that this book seems to be very important, so I read it again. I read it twice. So after reading it twice, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. And now in my daily life, I could realize when my vibe is low, when my vibe is high, and I could consciously try to make my vibrational level higher, because I could figure out that now I am feeling a little bit guilty, or I'm feeling a little bit angry, or I'm frustrated. So I knew that negative emotions are coming into my mind. And also one new thing, that desire, intense desire is also a negative emotion, and it was at 125, which is obviously below 200. So I was like, why is desire below 200? It should be positive. But I came to know that this is negative. I'll make a different video on it, that how is it negative. So after that book, I read the book called Letting Go by David R. Hawkins on Audible, and I completed that book. Then after that book, I listened to, I guess, the book called Eye of the Eye. And I'll be honest with you, I couldn't understand any of the book because it was just weird and I couldn't understand what this person is saying. Then I just put that book on hold, The Eye of an Eye. Then I started another book called Transcending the Levels of Consciousness. So it basically means how to go to the next level of consciousness, from 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and so on till 800 or 900. Okay, so after completing that book, I bought a book called How to Surrender to God by the same author, David R. Hawkins. Then I listened to that. Then I also bought the Ultimate David R. Hawkins library from Audible, and I listened to that. And I was just obsessed with this author called David R. Hawkins because his knowledge was too good and too practical. Then what happened in the end is that I remembered that in the summary of the book, The Eye of the Eye, it's written that this book calibrates at around 800 vibrational level. And I thought this book is very close to God, because God is at 1000 level on the map of consciousness, and the book Eye of the Eye is at 800. So I thought I need to understand this. So I started reading this book again, but I couldn't understand it again. Then what happened is I meditated a lot, and then I took a legal DMT psychedelic in my country. I'll not tell you what it is, but it was legal. And then I meditated after taking that, and it changed me somehow. Let's say it opened some doors in my mind. Then I again read this book, The Eye of the Eye, and then I finally could understand what this Eye of the Eye is, because the eye means EYI is basically our pineal gland, and I, the I, capital letter I, means us, is just our ego. So then I read this whole book, Eye of the I, which was like the final frontier of the spirituality journey for me, because I couldn't understand that, but now I understood that also. And now I feel like this knowledge that David R. Hawkins has given to us is too important. It's just too important that I just can't keep it to myself. That's why I'm making videos about this on YouTube, because I know many people will be helped through the knowledge that David R. Hawkins gave to us. So this is just a video of me sharing how David R. Hawkins and the map of consciousness changed my life. If you want more videos like this, or you want anything new that I want to make, you can just comment in the comment section, and like the video if you found it interesting, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any new videos. And I'll see you later. Bye bye.